child porn as a tech, should you report it? This is certainly a solemn and serious video, one we take very, very seriously, and we've had experience with. I will give you a quick story. And what we did way back when, I'd say about 20 plus years ago, we had somebody mail in their computer. This was a time when mail-ins were not really heard of. So it sort of, raised our concern right away. What's going on here? So, and then this is from about 6 states over. So we got this computer user was specific, replace the motherboard. It's dead. It was deemed dead by the manufacturer. He didn't want to send it to the manufacturer. He sent it to us. We really doesn't know. We don't know him. He said, replace the motherboard. And guess what? Don't do anything else. If you do, there's somehow a lock on this. In the day and age where there are no BIOS locks, he created one. So we said, no problem. We just want to fix it. Fine. Obviously we were very, paranoid. What's going on here? So we replaced the motherboard and we let it boot up, we normally do. We want to make sure that it starts up. And guess what? It booted up and it did get past the BIOS lock because the BIOS lock was tied to the other motherboard. So once it got into the login, we saw the most disgusting, heinous, pictures of, young girls. And they were in the middle of, sexual acts. So, this was new to us, but we just sort of went with our instincts. At the time, I had my team right away just stop work. We called the local police, and local police told us, you know what? You got to tell your customer they're not getting their computer. They're going to have to speak to us going forward. So that's what happened. And the cops took the computer, had it for evidence, and they prosecuted, did whatever they needed to with this person, as well as their home state. And we don't know what happened from there on out, but he definitely, had jail time and there were fees and fines involved with that. So, we definitely had blowback on that. We got a lot of negative feedback from this guy, from different review sites after the fact, but you know what? Humanity wins, always with us, and we always want to do the right thing. So I want to, see if there's any law behind this now, because there are a lot of sort of, disclaimers and paperwork you could put in for all of your customers. But the question is, if there is porn on your computer, we're not talking about, I want to rephrase, we're not talking about like porn. We're talking about child porn. If somebody is 17 or younger and, what the definition is, they're in an act. It doesn't have to be in an act with the computer user. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to put two and two together. Yeah. It's just, if there is any picture, anything depicting that, there is this minor on the computer and some type of sexual orientation. All right. So just so you're aware of that. So the law, and I just researched it behind me just to make sure that, I'm still current and I am, and I wanted to give you the right information. My alma mater, Cornell Law School there actually was one of the first to advise this, which is if you come across a 17 or younger minor with sexual orientation or an act on the computer, guess what? If you see it and you don't say something, you are liable to a $150 fine, $150,000 fine if you don't say something. All right. So that's good to know, because if you don't say something, you're known to be an accessory to this crime. So although you might have not wanted to see it or be a person who does anything, you're going to have to, or else, well, guess what? You're a criminal. If you see a second instance of this, which just means you see a second picture, all right, of this or video on the computer, and you don't say anything, $300,000 fine, you can be accountable for it. So here, you see something, you have to say something. And you know what? It's not just to do it, it's the right thing to do. We need to wipe out all these disgusting people, these predators, and all these perps out there that are just predators on children. And so if I can implore you today to do anything, just be on high alert of this. See something, definitely say something. As a computer tech, you're liable, you're responsible. We have to continue to do good and make sure we take care of our kids and our society and make sure they're protected. If you don't do something, they're going to continue. And if you don't do something, you're perpetuating this crime. So just realize that. I hope this is helpful. Speak to you guys next time.